Hey Queens, what's up? Welcome back to the channel where we spill the tea on all things real talk. Today, we're diving into some epic TikTok talking about when a woman finally checks out of a relationship that's been draining her soul. You know the vibe, that point where she's done playing games, done with the excuses, finally realizes her worth and straight up levels up for herself. Without further delay, let's watch.
There's a moment in relationships that almost no one talks about. After many years of being a couples therapist, I can tell you this is the point that we as couples therapists start to get a little nervous. This is the moment when the pursuer, the partner who normally keeps the emotional heartbeat of the relationship alive, doesn't get loud, they get quiet. This partner, they're the one who says, something feels off. Can we talk? I miss you. Did that hurt your feelings? Because it kind of hurt mine. They're the ones who take the emotional temperature of the relationship, who start the uncomfortable conversations, who try to fix things before they fracture. They're not doing this to nag. They're doing it because they care. They're doing it because they believe in the relationship enough to fight for it. But here's the part that most people understand. That partner reaches out and they hit walls instead of warmth, dismissiveness, defensiveness. Relax, you're overreacting. Can we not do this right now? Or the classic, we'll talk later, and later never comes. They don't leave. They don't explode. They try harder. They listen to the podcast. They send the articles. They're the ones that book therapy usually. They read the books. They ask for check-ins. They try to repair before things get worse. They carry the emotional labor because they want the relationship to feel safe again. But eventually, this is the part that breaks my heart. Something in them gives out. Not in a dramatic, storming out the door way, not in a I'm done with you kind of way. It's subtle. It's quiet. It's the sound of someone who cared too much for too long with too little coming back. That's what we call a burned out pursuer. When a pursuer burns out, it's not because they stopped loving you. It's because their nervous system finally said, I can't keep banging on a closed door. And here's the part that people miss. If your partner is still naming things, this hurts, I need more from you, can we talk about what's been happening between us? That's not criticism usually. That's hope. That's someone saying, I want us. I'm still fighting for us. You have a partner who's reaching towards you still, even awkwardly at times or imperfectly at times. Please don't shut that down. Lean in. You don't have to fix everything right away. Just get curious. Ask a question. Let their feelings matter. Because when the pursuer finally goes quiet, it's almost never because they're suddenly fine. It's because they can't see a way forward anymore. If you want to understand whether you tend to be a pursuer or withdrawer in your relationship, why these patterns repeat, I have a free attachment quiz in my bio and another few resources for you. You can make some sense of what's happening between you, how to reconnect before one of you burns out.
If you've been thinking about leaving him and you are not ready for a hard truth, scroll on. Please do not watch this video. When I was deeply unhappy in my marriage, I came across a sign in Capitol Hill in Seattle, and it simply said, leave him. And I started crying immediately. And I don't even know how I came across this, but when I got home, I read this letter from Dear Sugar, Cheryl Strayed, and it cracked me open. There was in me an awful thing from almost the very beginning, a small, clear voice that would not, no matter what I did, stop saying, go. Go even though you love him. Go even though he's kind and faithful and dear to you. Go even though he's your best friend and you are his. Go even though you can't imagine your life without him. Go even though he adores you and your leaving will devastate him. Go even though your friends will be disappointed or surprised or pissed off or all three. Go even though you once said you would stay. Go even though you're afraid of being alone. Go even though you're sure no one will ever love you as well as he does. Go even though there is nowhere else to go. Go even though you don't know exactly why you can't stay. Go because you want to. Because wanting to leave is enough. This letter is like a magic spell. For me, at that time, in my deeply unhappy marriage, it told me exactly what I already knew was within me, that I needed to go. And at other times, upon reading it, it's helped me see that I actually don't want to go. So may this passage serve as a magic spell for you, revealing what your intuition has been trying to tell you all along.
When a woman finally decides to walk away, there is absolutely nothing you can do. I wish more people understood just how common this relationship narrative is. The woman thinks the man is going to change, and then he never does. And the man thinks the woman will never leave, but eventually she gets sick and fed up, and she finally does. And the way she rationalizes this is she thinks that if she continues to forgive him again and again, he's going to realize what a ride or die she is. And then finally he's going to step up and be the man she needs him to be. When actually what he's really thinking is, if she's forgiving me, then what I'm doing can't possibly be that bad. And so it happens over and over again. And each time she forgives him, she actually respects him a little bit less and a little bit less. In fact, over time, she grows to hate him. And she actually grieves a relationship while they're still together. And so finally, when she does gain the courage to leave, she's gone, and she's gone for good, because what she thinks to herself is, I gave this relationship my absolute all, and at least I know that I left no stone unturned. And so now I can move on and be at peace with that decision. Where the guy will say, oh, she'll be back. Yeah, just like your dad with the milk. I don't fucking think so. When she's gone for good. She might have left the city. She might have even left the country. And then what happens is she swears off men. She's celibate for 6 months, a year, maybe even multiple years. And then she steps into her most powerful self. She's happy being single again. She's investing in her career, her friendships. She's just overall bossed up. And then, and only then, does the right guy come into her life, literally sweep her off her feet and treat her like a queen, because she won't tolerate any less. And she's learned her lesson. Every time. Every time.
As a woman, we start to think like, I'm not even going to bother having this conversation anymore. It just is what it is. And you start checking out. And men don't realize it. And here is the thing. When we are fighting you on a thing and arguing on a thing and going to bat with you on things, we still care. When we stop saying that thing, it's not because we've healed or we are better or we're okay with it. It's we're checking out.
The fastest way to know that your wife has emotionally checked out of the relationship is to listen to her silence. The feminine energy processes all of its emotions and deals with the chaos in its mind in the best possible way when it's talking. So all the while your wife is trying to express her feelings and emotions, all the while she seems like she's getting on your back and she's trying to criticize you or nag you or be sarcastic, and all of this stuff is going on, then you know that she's still emotionally present in the relationship. It might not feel like love, and it might not feel like she's showing you her love and appreciation or caring for you, but she is. She wants your attention. She wants you to help her and support her, and she is verbalizing it in the way that she is trying to communicate. She wants to open up. She wants to talk, but you're not allowing her to do it. So the more you shut her down, the more dismissive you are of her conversations, and the less that you entertain her emotions and expressions of what is going on inside of her, the more she will withdraw. She'll close off to you. The intimacy will dry up, your sex life will become non-existent, and she will gradually pull herself further and further away. The cherry on the cake is when she goes completely silent. At that point, you've lost her. That safe, secure, emotional space that you had in her heart once before is no longer there. It's no longer reserved for you. She's completely checked out. So how do you know when your marriage is over? It's when your wife stops talking to you.
You want to know the type of woman that men never really get over? It's not the one who cried or begged or blew up his phone. It's the woman who left without a word. She didn't have a meltdown. She didn't send a warning. She didn't have any essay length type text messages out to him. That girl was just gone. Because when you're chasing him and you're calling him with the breakdowns, he's sitting there thinking, yes. Great, she's hooked. I got her. She loves me. I'm the best. That's comfort to him. That's his little cushy comfort zone. But when you go quiet, when you don't even explain why you're done, because you're so done, that's what shakes that man to the core. Because silence, this is what it says: I am not fighting for space in your life anymore. And that's the moment that he realizes, wow, I think it's actually over. Because girl, Maserati doesn't advertise. Why? Because value doesn't beg to be noticed. It simply commands respect. And when your self-worth finally speaks to you louder than your feelings for him, that's on the game's end for him.
When a woman realizes she has to handle everything on her own in a relationship, she'll stop seeing her partner as support and start seeing him as just another responsibility. And over time, usually without even noticing it, she'll stop being his partner and start being his mother. And no matter how much she loves him or how much she even cares about him, it's hard to desire someone you have to carry, because she doesn't feel safe. She feels burdened. She doesn't feel chosen. She feels relied on. And that's how attraction fades. Slowly quietly and long before the breakup.
The point of no return for women in a relationship. This is something that Lauren Kren just shared a post on Instagram that I've popped in my stories on TikTok as well, explaining what the point of no return is for women. This is where a woman's trust has been broken time after time after time after time again in the relationship with her husband, partner, the man that she's with. It's not a one-time thing. It happens over the course of the relationship. And it's where even if a woman wants to be in the relationship, her mind is saying yes, her mind is saying, I love this man, her mind is saying that I want to keep trying, her body will completely betray her, if you like. Although it's not betraying her, it's just betraying her mind. Her body will shut down. Her body will go numb, and her body will not open to him. Not the way that it is, it can in a relationship anyway. And so what are these types of things that, what are the types of things that men do that will break a woman's trust in a relationship? And as I said, this is a constant thing over the course of a relationship, not a one-time thing. This can be things such as he can't be there and support her while she's experiencing emotions such as sadness or grief or frustration or anger. He can't be there. He either walks away or he gaslights her and says that her emotions aren't real, or he tells her just to stop. So she has to shut down her emotions and she can't lean back on him to support her. There's no emotional support. It might be that he says he's going to do something and then never follows through, time after time after time again. It might be that, what else is there? It might be that he criticizes her, always criticizes her. It might be that his tone is harsh when he says things and it cuts her deep within. It might be that she can't trust him with money. She can't lean back on him in regards to helping with the family, with the household, with anything like that. She just can't, because he just can't do it. He just can't. So things like that, and again, it's not a one-time thing. It's a constant thing that happens over the course of a relationship. And over time, the woman's body just shuts down and it no longer responds. And I'm speaking from experience. The woman's body will shut down and it becomes numb until she's just this walking, what would I have called myself? I was a shell of a human being. My mind was functioning, my body was not. And so this is something that I wanted to share a little bit about, because a lot of the time, when relationships end, and a lot of the time at the moment women are ending relationships, there's not always one reason. It's not that he cheated. It's not that he did one bad thing. It's a constant letting down. It's a constant breaking of trust that can cause a woman to leave. And sometimes there aren't words to verbalize that. I had no idea what it was that caused me to say no in the end in my relationship in the past. But I knew that I couldn't be there anymore because I didn't trust him. I didn't trust him in my heart. And that's when a woman's body shuts down.
Now let's flip it. Why women have affairs, and the truth that no man is prepared to hear. So let's get into it. There's no really right way to say this, but women don't cheat for fun. They don't cheat for variety. They don't cheat because they want adventure. They cheat because something inside of them went silent. Men cheat for ego. Women cheat for emotion. Simple. A woman's affair always begins with something missing at home, whether that's attention, effort, presence, safety, validation, the feeling of being feminine. And when her man stops making her feel seen, she stops giving herself to him. She stays, but she disconnects. And once she disconnects, everything becomes very vulnerable. This is a very crucial time. So yes, she searches for the excitement, but not the way men understand it. Men chase novelty. Women chase contrast. Excitement for a woman is emotional intensity. Feeling alive, desired, chosen, feeling that spark again that she lost with her partner. If her man becomes dull, distant or predictable, if he becomes like a roommate, a manager, a burden, another man who brings emotional stimulation becomes danger for her. She's not cheating for a better man. She's cheating to feel like a woman again, to feel something again, to feel that version of herself that she lost. And sometimes she cheats to escape numbness, sometimes to feel wanted, sometimes it's boredom, but the deepest reason is way more obvious than you think. It's not always about the man she's with. It's about the men who came before him. Some women cheat to reclaim control, especially the avoidant ones, the dominant ones, the ones who never had a father, the ones who learned early that love can just poof, vanish and walk away. And she punishes the present man for the wounds that she never healed. That's why it's darker, because when a woman cheats, there's always a reason, a meaning, something that fractured in the relationship that caused her to do that. And that reason cuts deeper than the act itself. Men can survive betrayal of the body, sure, but the betrayal of the ego, that stays. Women don't cheat because they want another man. They cheat because they stopped recognizing themselves. They cheat to feel desired, to feel alive again, and to feel that spark they've begged for at home. Men cheat to escape themselves. Women cheat to escape emptiness. And again, that is a truth that nobody likes to say out loud, but it's the truth.
Never underestimate how fast a woman will cut you off for making her feel like she's begging for your love. And it's not going to be overnight, but when it happens, it'll be fast, like a thief in the night. And it's funny because men always regret losing this type of woman. Not the one that's going to get revenge and sleep around to get her lick back, but the one who knows what she brings to the table and isn't afraid to eat alone. Yeah, these are hindsight 2020 women. The ones a lot of men don't even believe exist until they felt the pain in their chest from losing one. She'll walk away from your disrespect without looking back for your reaction. She's the one that's going to ignore men every day because she loves you. But if you fumble her, then you'll become one of those men that she's ignoring. And your begging won't be a bargaining chip once you crossed her boundaries, because she knows she gave you every chance to get it right until you ran out of chances and she told you to get out. See, ego and insecurity will cause an immature man to misinterpret this woman's loyalty as too good to be true. Like she's just gonna up and leave, like she's just weighing better options. Whole time, she's only weighing your effort. And if it's adding up to the bare minimum, then it's going to be you that she subtracts. Because, man, you don't lose this kind of woman when your money ain't right or when another man comes along. You lose this type of woman when you start acting like she ain't much to lose. And then she'll show you better than she can tell you.
Say to the fellas, by the time a woman actually breaks up with you, you be like, she moved on so fast. It ain't so fast. This woman has probably been mentally breaking up with you for the last 6 months. You were just too oblivious to notice. So what I'm telling you is, when this woman is giving you the verbal hints that she needs you to change, take heed. Because the very moment she stopped trying to get you to work on a relationship, she stopped trying to get you to see the seriousness as to why you need to pay attention to the dumbass you doing, you gonna think things are getting better because she's no longer nagging you. What I'm saying is, some women, when they tell you how they feel and what they need from you, they expect that you make those changes. So if you care about that woman and you don't want to lose her, you better miss her while she still miss you. You better care for her while she still cares for you. Because here you come, I can change now. I can be the man you need afterwards. I can be better and do better by you afterwards. I'm gonna leave those alone, I promise, afterwards. Where was all that energy when she was crying tears, begging you to acknowledge her concerns? Why all of a sudden, when she finally decides to leave, now you want to change?
The reason why women check out before they file for divorce is that women usually will do everything possible in a marriage to make it work. And so if she is emotionally checked out, that means that she has lost faith in the marriage and she no longer wants to put her soul, her empathy, her care into the marriage.
Remember, ladies, you deserve peace, respect, and someone who matches your energy. If it's not serving you, know your worth and maybe it's time to bounce. No apologies needed. If any of this hit home, drop a comment below. What's your checkout story? Or tag a friend who needs this energy right now. I'm a newbie here, so please help smash that like and subscribe button for more Real Talk compilations, turn on the notifications so you never miss the tea, and share this with your squad. You've got this, keep shining, keep choosing you. Love you all, see you in the next one.